So if you're doing the practical legal training, aka the PLT, is it manageable to do the PLT while balancing life, whether you work full-time, part-time, whatever else you may be committed to? Let's break it down. By the way, this is another episode of Law and Law School Unpacked and Unfiltered, where I either unpack or unfilter something in law. I failed 8 classes in law school, so I'm not gonna filter anything, and I'm gonna unpack everything. These things first, I'm only speaking from experience from when I did it at Leo Cousin Center of Law and when I did the blended course. So the blended course is a mix, is mainly majority is online, but you only have to be in person for like about 10 days, and those 10 days are spread throughout the PLT. For example, it will be 3 days, 4 days for week 1, and then it'll be week 10, and then it's another 3 days, and then week 15 it'll be another 3 days. That's just an example, but that's how it's spread. The reason why PLT felt very manageable with life is because, first of all, most of it was online. The modules you go through are very self-paced, so every single week they would give you get like a timeline, like a little structure of when you will do each module. For example, week 1 you have to go through modules 1 to 4, week 2 modules 5 to 8, and so on. And the good part about those modules is that they're completely self-paced. You don't have to go into a live class, a live lecture like uni. You can just take it during your own time. So in terms of the theory and the learning part of it, it is really manageable with your schedule, with the modules, because you can just do it at any time, anywhere, whenever you want to. Now, the second thing is what causes most concern is the actual assessments. I want you to think of the assessments like this. It would be one after another. Like every single week you'll have like 1 to 2 assessments due. And it may seem like, oh my goodness, like I don't know how I'm gonna manage all of that. But here's the thing, when you work at a law firm, it literally reflects how it's gonna be like in a law firm. But every single week you have 1 or 2, even more things that you need to do, like depending on the area of law that you're doing. Like for example, if you're working family law, you have like 1 or 2 letters of advice that you have to give, or 1 or 2 letters that you have to give to other lawyers. But they are one after another, and that's how the PLT tries to reflect that. When you don't look at them like, oh my goodness, I have like 1 or 2 assessments to do, switch your mindset from this is how it's going to be like when you work in a law firm. You have good time management, you need to have good organization skills. And again, of course, while there is due dates, you can work on the assessments anytime that works best for you before the due date. And the good thing about the assessments is that it's not like a 3,000-word essay where you have to do so much research and that. Like the assessments, at least in Leo Cousin, the assessments literally reflect what you get in a law firm. So for example, a letter of advice, the letter to the other lawyers, doing a contract review. They put that time frame for a reason. They give a 1-week time frame for a reason because it is